Hi everybody, this is Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook, and I'm here to do a Friday reads, and it's hot again. It was so wonderful and nice and lovely, and now it is, the temperature as the day is progressing is becoming more humid, and it is summer and it is August, so really I'm not complaining, just making a note of the temperature rising. I have to tell you, this is take two because I am so greedy. I have these chocolate cupcakes that I made. They're supposed to be like, more healthy, lower sugar, blah, blah, blah. And I couldn't wait 20 minutes, right? Because my videos on average are about 20 minutes. I couldn't wait till after to eat it. So I'm like, get it. I grab my iced tea, and then I'm like, I come and I'm like, I get up here and I'm setting things up, and then I'm like, just pushing it down. I'm like, I can finish it. And so I did like a little, I'm like, okay, everything's good. So luckily there was some really loud noises when I started outside. I don't know what they're doing. And so I was like, I gotta stop it for a second. So I was like, I'll just do it again. So I stopped it. And then I was like, oh, let me go to the bathroom. And I go to the bathroom, and naturally when I get up, and wash my hands, I like look in the mirror and I went, and then like big chunk of like cupcake stuck there. So I would have been talking with like, I'm hoping that I got them all out. I brushed my teeth. So, but I was like, oh my God, how can I not feel like that hunkin' big chunk of cupcake there? And yeah, so I was a little greedy. Yeah, I was a little greedy. I'm supposed to be eating better, but these are lower in sugar, and it was just my little treat, and I needed to pick me up. So, lots of justifications. You hear that in there. Anyway, how are you guys doing? How's your Friday? Mine, I'm always so happy it's Friday. So I missed you guys last week. I think what I'll do sometimes, like when I know I'm gonna miss it, I'll put a little something up. So just a message to you guys to let you know I'm still alive. I'm just not doing it today. Next week, I should be able to do it next week. We'll see. The next 2 weeks are going to be kind of crazy. My youngest has a birthday, and then the following week, I'll be a blubber fest because my son's going to college, and I'm ready and not at the same time. It just seems weird. I don't even believe that he's going to college. I mean, it's pretty old, right? But I'm like, I don't understand where that came from. So I am just like, now all I'm doing is thinking like, okay, it's a countdown. I'm like, oh, the last day I'm going to be able to do this and this and this. And, I know he's going to come home and I'm going to see him, but I do know the change. I know the change for me was like, you get that little bit of independence, and then you don't want to really go home that much, and you're having fun, and so yeah, the relationship changes, the dynamics change, and I have to be prepared for that. So I will probably do next week's, but the week after I may be, trying to figure out that process. So, any words of advice? I'll take it. But anyhow, my reading has been like, I would say the last 3 months have just been meh. I'm not that the books are bad, just I am not like focusing. I feel like this is 2020. 2020 was worse. There's just so much going on in the country that I just couldn't focus. Some people were able to bury themselves in it, and I was kind of envious. And I was the opposite. I just kept thinking about things, and it was stressing me. So, and I don't know if it's fully on stress what's doing this, or it's just I'm in a kind of, and I don't want to fall a full slump because I'm still reading, just not at anywhere near the pace, anywhere near the turtle pace that I normally do. So that said, let's talk about the books. And the funny thing is too, is like I gave you, I don't know, about last month at some point, a midsummer TBR options, and I don't think any of the books that I'm reading are in that, and we are now almost approaching the end of August. So I don't know what to do with my TBRs. Let's just treat my TBRs, if you don't already know me, which for the new people, yes,
you'll get to know me. But for people that have been here, you know Belinda is really bad with TBRs. It's almost shameful to put them up. But I love talking about what the possibilities are. And that's why I always say options. Doesn't mean I'm going to get to any of them, but, you know, it's what I'm thinking about. And it gives me an opportunity to also talk about books off my shelf that I haven't talked about in a while. And to sometimes talking it out leads me to want to read it again, you know. So obviously it didn't work this time, but it might work on another time. All right, so let's get started. So I think earlier this year, when this came out, I read Dead Dead Girls by Nikesha Afia, and I really loved it. It was really good. It's set in the 20s, I believe. Yeah, 1920s Harlem. And I really enjoyed the characters. I love the development of the character, the main character, and the supporting characters in the book. And so I didn't realize the next one, this is the one that I read this month, is Harlem Sunset. I didn't realize that this was going to continue on, you know, with Louise. So you do need to read this to get to this, because it's very helpful. It's also a smaller book, I guess, because this one she was really establishing who people were, and then this one is kind of a continuation and a new story, a new mystery for her to solve. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Again, it was set in the 20s, so because it's continuing on. The familiarity of having the, you know, the characters that you had laid out from the first part, you know, knowing who they are. I still had to kind of like go, oh, is that person again? Oh, yeah, that's that one's person's brother or what have you. But I really enjoyed it. It was very good, and I'm still loving. Like, look at the covers on these. Aren't they really lovely? I will say they're lovely colors, but covers, but they do tend to get like this little bit of, you know, like fading of the color on the edges, which, yeah, like see here, I don't really like. I'm not caring for that on the edge of the book. Because I want them to sit on the shelf together. So now we have a little white line that was not there. It's just the under, you know, the paper color. And I'm sure this one probably was, you know, carried in my book bag more than this one was. I kind of read this one more at home. But I still am loving it that it's a paperback, and they did do a nice job keeping them matching and the styles matching, and I hope that they continue on that in the next one. I'm assuming she's going to do more. So I really enjoyed it. It was definitely shorter than the first one, Dead Dead Girls, but I did enjoy this story. And then this one, I read, I don't know if I have it. I just should have brought it out. I didn't. But Wild Women in the Blues was another one I read by Denny S. Bryce. And this one that I just read is In the Face of the Sun. And this one was set in, it is interesting, both were in the 1920s, didn't even really think about that, in Los Angeles, and it's dual timeline, so it's got 1968 in Chicago, and this one was really good. I loved how the story kind of went back and forth. I like that. I like when they are able to carry and push you to keep reading by feeding you a little bit of the story in this timeline, and seeing how they connect, and then jumping back and forth. Sometimes I've had experiences where I didn't feel like they did a good job. I think she did a great job in this one, and I love how she tucked in this story. It's kind of like a historical fiction, like she tucked in some actual facts with regards to, you know, African Americans and the conditions that they were living in that time period and things like that. So it was really, really good. So I am down to read anything else she writes. I enjoyed both books, and I thought this one was really good as well. So I got that one done. And then I had all these other books. Some of them are over here that I said I was going to start, or there were options. I didn't. I'm still toying. I don't want to pick up anything too big because I feel like, well, we're almost done with the year. I have the book on rotation on my Kindle, and I've gotten further in that. I thought I was going to read that one faster. I don't know if it's because I'm reading it at bedtime, but that one I thought I would have been done with by now. So I'm kind of embarrassed. Like, I kind of started, I think, this one after it and finished it before it. So I don't know if it was just the mood or how, but I'm going to return to the other one. And I'm going to try to get that one done in the next 2 weeks. And then I started this one. I couldn't wait. See, now this was not on the list that I told you guys about, but I really wanted to read this one. And I started this one, and it's called Making It by Jay Blades. I talked to you about it last time in the last video. He does the show, The Repair Shop, which I love. And I can't find it now. I think it must have been for a certain amount of period on Netflix, and then it's gone now. I don't know, or maybe it's on BBC. I have to find out because I really, it's still going, so I would still love to watch it. But it's amazing. You know, what sells is the story behind things, and people will come in with these artifacts and these heirlooms, and they would have all this story behind it, and then you'd find out the story about the object, and then you'd have these craftsmen men and women that are going to repair and restore it, and watching them work and hearing the stories, just it was such a good show. So he's the host of it, and this is talking about his life, and you know, he's had some ups and downs, and it's really nice. I am enjoying this one and look forward to finishing this one too in the next week or so, because I'm not too far into it, but it's good so far. Now, I think I have one other one that's an ebook, which I don't have my Kindle with me to tell you that I think that I may attempt to dive into. Depends upon how far I make it into the making it, and then I'll look into that one. But I'm not sure I'm going to put anything else new, because I think I would like to, like, maybe mid-September, because see, now because I'm doing it like this, you know, maybe I could just challenge the establishment. You know, everybody does my February, my January, my, you know, they do month to month. Maybe I could just go like mid-month to mid-month. So I wrap up from, you know, I don't know. I really don't have an answer to that, because I know that I have a hard time meeting these goals of the 4 weeks. But I guess it will kind of, I think what I'm going to do, I said to you guys before, is maybe a fall TBR, and think about books that I have on my shelf that I still want to read, try to keep my eyes closed to the too many new ones, and think about the fall, you know, challenges, reading challenges that I typically do, that I would want to be able to incorporate some of those books with. So I'll probably do that. I don't know how I'm going to structure moving forward for the last 6 months of this year, because I hate saying things and I'm not committed to it. So, and I don't have an idea yet. So the other thing is, oh, what was the other book? Oh yeah, so this one, I don't know. It's turning into a coffee table book that's just pretty. I started reading this, and I told you I was going to try to read like a certain amount of countries, and I just need to sit my butt down with it. I think because I've been grabbing the other books, this has been neglected. So, and I just think it's going to be really, really cool to read. So I am going to try to, like, you know, maybe something that I just read over the course of the rest of the year and talk about the different places or whatever that I think is worth talking about. But I love looking at it. I definitely love looking at it. I love going this like this, and just I'll go through, and sometimes it lands in a different picture or a different country, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's great. So yeah, so there's that one. And Adua, I never got to this one. I'm so mad, because this one has been pushed around all the time. I need to finish it before the year's end, because I just feel like it's going to be a good read, but I also think it's such a fast, like a small book. Why am I taking so long? But again, that's what it is. So what else is new? I got a new cover for my Kindle. Oh, I do have it. Didn't I just say I didn't have it? See, this is what it's called the Crazy Brain. Okay, so I do have it. I didn't see it underneath the stuff. I got a new case because lately I've been really tired at night. And so I used to have one that was called the Origami cover, and it has like indents and a different pattern so that you can kind of stand it up. This one, you fold it like this, and then it's like that, right? Oops. You can have it like that. Well, the reason why I wanted it is because lately I'm reading at night and I'm getting tired of holding it. So I want to be able to like lay on the bed and have it propped up and I can, read. And then I can just change the orientation when I want to read this direction. Yeah, I know. These things. I also wanted one that was color because I had black on here and Lord knows I lose it in bags. Like I'm like, where is it? Where's my Kindle? And it is in the bag, but I didn't see it because it's black. So yeah, so that's what I got new. And then this is, I don't know if I showed you guys this, but I got a new coloring book. Yeah, I did. Nope, say nothing about it. We're just gonna accept and move on. This one is called The Flower Year. Did I show you this one? I don't know. I don't want to go back to the videos just to look to find out. But it's kind of nice because it's the flower year and it does like, so it starts with January, which I obviously am not going to start in January because we are not there yet and I'm not waiting that long. But you have your cover page that has the month and then it has several pages of those similar flowers. And it tells you too, wait, I think this is the one it tells you. Yes, it tells you what those flowers are. So if you are by chance like unaware of what kind of flowers these are, then when you go further into the book, like it will do a few pages with those by themselves and tell you what they are. Because I always try to reference. I don't typically like to do the flowers another color than that they are because I think they're beautiful in nature. Occasionally I've done some wacky ones that are like neon. But so I love that they tell you because like, for example, this one here is Dog Rose. I might not know what that one was offhand. Some of them I know like really well. Foxglove. I would just look them up and then I have something to reference for colors, to pick out my colors for it. And it's got kind of a linen-y cover to it. It's very, very nice. It's a hardcover one, which is really fun too. The only thing is like you really have to hear it creaking. Like you have to really kind of lay it down to get into the pages inside here. So in the inside. So I'm thinking I might start September, but I have a lot on my plate for September. So I think what I'll do is I will probably, so here I'll show you September's. Am I babbling? Is it over 20 minutes? Oh my God, I gotta go faster. So here's September right here, which is very nice, right? And I think I'll just do that page because there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages. And let's face it, I have a lot of other coloring books that need my attention. So at the very least, I could do the cover pages and then maybe if I have time, I could do 1 or 2 of the other ones, or all this year I could do the cover pages and then come back and then do them again next year and then do the inside pages. I kind of like that idea. I like the ideas that come on the fly like that. Yes. So there's that. I got some new sneakers on because I have a lot of problems with my feet. And I've been trying out different sneakers because I need some good ones because I haven't bought any in a while and my feet are starting to hurt again. And so I like that this one, you can try them for 45 days. You have 45 days to return them. And I normally never take those things seriously. I'm like, no, but I am. I'm trying to wear them a couple hours a day, like they said. And then, well, a couple of days I did wear them a little longer. And see how they go because they're supposed to kind of more mold to your foot and provide really good support. And if they do, I want to get some hiking ones for the fall hikes and stuff like that. So we will see. So far, like the thing with my feet is typically, it doesn't matter what shoe it is, my feet ache in the beginning when I first wear them. And so I did have a little ache in the first day, maybe first 2 days. But I don't feel anything right now, so we'll see. I got these on Monday, so I'm on day 5. But yeah, I'm gonna hold them to that. If they don't really, I may not return them because I'm always so bad about returning, although I did keep the box. But I just won't buy. I mean, here's the thing. This is the beauty, like when you can go into a store, you can try another one on, a different kind, because different ones might have different types of support and feel different. I had to go strictly on ordering it and reading the description. And so that is the negative of ordering online. But that is, because I don't think they sell these in the stores. So that's where I am. Babbling on about my shoes now. Oh my God, you have things to do. Have a great weekend. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know if you read any of these. Let me know if you saw this, if you've seen his show. It's so good. It's really good. I love shows like that. I don't know why. I could sit there. It's really relaxing to watch people, like, some of these people have like really tiny things they're trying to repair. I'm like going cross-eyed just thinking about it. But you watch them work with their tools, and it makes me really excited. And I really think he's a great host, so I like to see more and hear more about him. So I'll let you know how this one goes. I'm going to keep working on this one this weekend. But anyways, other than that, I've talked enough. I will talk to you guys soon. Ella is doing well. We've figured out a gate system now so she can run wild in our backyard, and she's loving it. So she's keeping me busy. So I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.